Hello everyone, my name is Eloisa from the Aldelo marketing team. I'm happy to be here today and really excited to share new ways that you can market your company, solutions, and services. By implementing a few of the techniques that you will see today and spending a little time making tweaks based on the results, you can experience positive effects to your business. AI works for your business when you're not, so whatever time you invest can come back to you in multiples, increasing your productivity. Let's get started. In this presentation, we'll learn how AI and social media affect your business, SEO and AEO on your website, some social media strategies, website usability. We'll learn about blog posts and e-newsletters and how they can help your marketing, and videos. So let's start by taking a look at how AI and social media have changed things. ChatGPT launched in November of 2022, and it really was the start of a new chapter in the digital era. Just like the introduction of email and the internet, this AI revolution has affected every industry and touched every job in some way, fast. It's especially affected how we search for information. So if you don't adapt, you will get left behind. Today, over 40% of Americans use AI as a daily search tool, and nearly 25% use social media instead of a search engine. This number will only grow as the younger generation starts to move into the workforce and own their own businesses. Your goal should always be answer questions that people are asking. Chatbots and AI really provide a faster way to do research in a conversational way that's very attractive and easy for everyone to use. So this has drastically changed how people search for information. And because it's conversational, people will ask it questions. So your goal should always be, when improving your online presence, to answer questions that people are asking. Let's start with talking about SEO and AEO. You may have heard before of SEO, which is search engine optimization. This is a method of finding answers in the internet used by Google, Yahoo search, any search engine really. And it works by identifying keywords from the search that someone is searching in the search engine that are also on your website. And this is how the internet has worked for a long time now and has been the focus for optimizing your website up until AI. Now there's a new term called answer engine optimization. And this works by finding answers to questions that people are asking, and it's used by any AI chatbot, or most AI chatbots at this point. So answer engine optimization, it's looking online and on your website for direct answers and the same terms in a question that someone is asking in an AI chatbot. This is not entirely replacing SEO, since people are still using Google and other search engines to find information, but it is an important strategy that you need to implement into your online presence to not get left behind. An example of this is if someone asks an AI chatbot, what ordering system should I use in my cafe? The bot will look for a website that says something like, Aldelo Express is the ordering system that you should use in your cafe. So if that's on your website, AI would pick that up and hopefully present it as an option to the person using the bot. Because this answer answers the question directly, which is important because AI has to work quickly, so it looks for clear, direct, and simple answers to the question. Another example would be if someone asks an AI bot, how can I save money on merchant processing in my restaurant? And if your website reads, this is how you can save money on merchant processing in your restaurant, it's more likely to get found by an AI bot because it's short, direct, and uses the same words in the question asked. So the next obvious question is, how do I find out what questions people are asking? AlsoAsk.com is a tool to find popular searches in your area and related searches. First, you enter a keyword, phrase, or topic, and then your country and city location. The tool then uses Google data to find what people are searching for in your area related to those keywords. At the time of making this video, there is a free version. Another option is wordstream.com. If you go to this website and find their free keyword tool, you will then enter a website URL or keyword, identify what industry you're searching in, such as food and beverage, and what country you're searching in, and it will suggest other keywords related to that topic that are relevant, their search volumes, and this is how many searches they're included in, and what level of competition those particular keywords have. So this is great for finding what keywords are popular and have low competition. That's what you want to look for. And finally, Google Trends is a classic search tool for keywords. On Google Trends, you can see what people are searching for, what's trending now, or you can enter a keyword and see how it has trended in the past and how it's trending today. And all of this data comes straight from Google, so you're getting it from the source. Now, once you find the questions you want to answer and the keywords that you might want to use, then you want to use these keywords and answers in your website. Now, you want to include these in both the page URL and the body text, but do keep some of these keywords specific to your area and service locations as well. At this point, AI chatbots are not able to identify where you're searching from, so they don't use your location when providing responses. But if someone asks a chatbot for an answer to a within a specific area, then it would be relevant if it comes up on your website. And remember, you also don't want to have duplicate content. Less really is more, so make sure each page on your website is unique, concise, and again, answers direct questions that someone might not ask in an AI chatbot. Now keep in mind, answer engine optimization, or AEO, doesn't just apply to your website, but your entire online presence. You can take a look at this screenshot from our Aldelo corporate YouTube channel, and you'll see that I've titled the videos using text and phrases that are the same as someone might ask online or in a bot. And so it helps our videos get more views. We've actually seen changes over the last few months since we've started doing this. So again, always give direct answers to specific questions, and you will enhance your online presence and help users find your website. Next is social media. Remember, more people are using social media instead of a traditional search engine. So use social media to showcase your installs, but be careful when you're doing this. If you show the name of the restaurant, you're basically giving away information to poachers and inviting them to steal your customers. So be careful when posting about your installations. Now on social media, a good strategy is to brag about your add-ons, installations, training and support services, and more. You really just want to showcase what makes your business valuable and unique. And to help your business show up in searches, you can tag the location of your business headquarters when you make the post, and this will be an option during the posting process. And you can also use hashtags to help people find your post if they're searching for that specific hashtag on social media. Here's an example of an Instagram post from our Instagram that includes the location. Here we put the location of our office headquarters and relevant hashtags. Now, once again, for your location, only put the town where the installation is, not the specific name of the restaurant. You don't want to give away the names of your customers to poachers. On the right side, where you see the hashtags, you might also notice that I've used emojis in the description. Emojis are a great eye-catching way to get people to read more of your content as well, specifically on social media. And at the bottom, you'll notice 4 hashtags. You usually want to limit it to 4 or 5, not to overwhelm people. And just try to have very relevant ones. Hashtag restaurants and hashtag support small businesses or support small business are usually pretty popular and can help your posts get more visibility if users are searching for that, especially if they're searching for that in the location where your post is tagged. Next is website usability. Now, your website is going to be where people go to learn more about your services and offerings, so you have to make sure it's user-friendly. When it comes to text, you should have no more than 3 or 4 lines of text at a time. Anything longer, someone might skip over if they're looking for a quick answer. Similarly, or in the same vein, bullet points are a really great way to do this. It's easy for people to read and it's easy for AI to read, so I'd highly recommend using bullet points instead of paragraphs of text if you have a lot to say. It's also good to have clear and concise headers to help break up your information into topics, and once again, it makes it easier for both people and AI bots to find answers. Now remember, your text should always provide answers to relevant questions, not just tell interesting things about your products, but provide answers to questions that people might have that are related to your offerings. Here are some examples of content for a website. One has an overwhelming amount of text. You'll see on the screenshot on the left. It's pretty much all paragraphs, just a few graphics. It's not very visually interesting, and therefore people probably won't stop to read it because it would take too much time and it's not very attention grabbing. Whereas the screenshot on the right incorporates more colorful images. It breaks up the text into small readable chunks with complementary icons. So it gives people an idea of what to expect, or maybe help them find the answer to their question more quickly. Now, we've all heard that images speak louder than words, and this is very true, especially for a business, and specifically a business website. Images and graphics are just as important as text on your website. Your text can be very well written, but without decent visuals, people will not stick around to find out what you have to offer them. A visually appealing website helps more people stop and read your information, and it can truly set the tone of your business too. Images convey information about the people who put them out there. So clean, clear, and eye-catching images convey you're capable and run a professional operation, whereas blurry, low-quality images or images that aren't really related to the text they're next to convey that you're not really tech-savvy, your work might be hurried, and to a merchant, this conveys that you might not be a very reliable resource and you don't really know what you're doing. So it's important that your images and graphics reflect what you want users to think about you and your business. Now, a practical tip that I learned a few years ago in a graphic design course is that one way to keep people focused on your website is to have the models in the images face your text or the center of the web screen and not off the screen. Because whether in real life or online, people will naturally look where someone else is looking. So if a model and an image is facing away from your website, looking away from your text, the person on your website will follow that picture's eyes off of the web page. And so they'll look away from their computer. They might get distracted by their phone or something else in the room. So you can redirect their eyes, or you can direct a user's eyes along your website based off of how the people in your images are looking. In addition to generating images with AI, these are some websites where you can find high quality images and free stock photos. At the time of making this video, these sites do offer free downloads. But regardless of where you get your images from, be sure to confirm the usage permissions and licensing permissions for these images, and you can find these licenses on the website that you download them from. Just make sure that you have permission to use these on your website or for marketing materials, because some images might be limited and this could come back to bite you. So always confirm the license usage before posting on your website or social media or using it publicly. Now, another cost-effective and affordable way to enhance your online presence is with blogs and email newsletters. This is now even more doable with AI tools. There are a lot of options out there for distributing this, and the key with these is consistency. You can send out a newsletter only once or twice a month, but if you're consistent, people will expect and hopefully look forward to reading your blogs. And with tools, you can also schedule multiple emails to go out at once to save time, so you can work ahead and save yourself some time. Be sure to include some new offerings that you have, maybe some marketing tips for your merchants, some seasonal deals that you have, some limited time offers, anything that will engage your customer base. And be sure to include a few links to your website in both your blog posts and in the email newsletters, because again, these are just more tools to get people to engage with your website or reach out and contact you for more information. Now, here are 2 examples of blog posts that give direct answers to questions that someone might ask an AI chatbot, because remember, we're always trying to provide answers to questions that people might be asking. Blogs are really a very easy way to do this, to provide relevant answers, because otherwise you're just constantly updating your website. So a blog really is the easiest way to do this without rewriting your entire website. So I would highly recommend writing 1 or 2 blogs or more if you can a month and posting them on your website, sharing them on your social media, in email newsletters, or with your leads to show them that you're mindful of the industry, mindful of their needs, and really are a solutions-focused provider, as well as enhancing your online presence. Finally, videos are a great way to enhance your online presence. Now, these don't have to be expensive. There are a lot of platforms out there and creators out there. For example, canva.com is a very popular video platform, and it's pretty user-friendly. They do have a free version at the time of making this video, and they'll let you upload images, videos, audio. So if you want to include images of your logo in a video or marketing materials, that's something you can do with Canva. Another option is Fiverr and Upwork.com. Both of these are platforms for hiring freelance creators. They offer search and filtering tools to find the type of video or creator that you're looking for, and they do support a wide range of prices and types of videos. From what I've seen, it's anywhere from $5 to $500 or even more, so it works with all budgets. And videos are great to use on your website and social media. If you haven't done so already, you can start your own YouTube channel for free and link your videos that you post on YouTube in your newsletters and on your website to engage more customers with visual marketing. Now, here's another screenshot from one of our YouTube channels, Aldelo Corporate. You'll see at the top that there are some animated videos, and at the bottom there's a variety of image-based and graphical videos. None of these were very difficult to make, and all of them have been good additions to our newsletters and other promotional content in our website. So I recommend that you try it for yourself and see how it works for your business. Okay, so we went over a lot today, and I hope that you learned something. Before I close, I want you to know that change is possible. You can easily transform the perception of your business with images and graphics, having a consistent newsletter or social media presence, and giving direct answers to questions that people are asking. By making small content updates every 1 to 2 weeks, you can make a big difference in your business. Dedicating just a little bit of time each week is all it takes. And remember, YouTube is your best friend for learning how to do things like this or how to use new tools that you've never used before. There's so many great tutorials online for updating your website or making promotional videos or other content, so you can find what works best for you. And once you see the results, you really won't want to stop. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us. Now we'll move into the question and answers portion of the webinar, starting with questions that were asked in the chat. At this point, if you have other questions, please unmute yourselves or raise your hand and we will get around to you. Thank you.
All right, Eloise, any last words?
No, Jerry, other than I just encourage everyone. I know it was a lot of information and maybe it's overwhelming that you don't know where to start, but just pick one thing and try it and see how it works. And I hope you'll see a positive difference. I'm confident it will make a difference in all of your businesses.